When the narcissist runs out of excuses. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, you're understanding that the narcissist was full of excuses, not only when you were with them, but when you were trying to break free from them. You see, the narcissist is one big walking question mark. You never know who they are, you never know where they are, you never know what they're thinking, and you don't know other people that were stuck on the same hook that you were stuck on when you were in the relationship. Truth be told, you don't know where the narcissist is right now and the strange, odd behaviors that you no longer have to deal with. You see, the narcissist is becoming somebody else's problem, and the narcissist slowly is being removed from your life. You're understanding right now that the rest of this experience on your journey called life is meant to be enjoyed, cherished, relished, honored, celebrated. It should be experienced in a peaceful mindset. There shouldn't be the tentacles of the narcissist wrapped all around you. You shouldn't be getting sleep deprived. You shouldn't be being counter-parented. You should not be being financially abused. You should be free. And if you're not, that means you have work to do. Again, wherever you are in the journey, I was where you are. If it's day 1, yep, I was there. If it's day 5,000, yep, you could say that also, because I know what it takes to cut the 4 ties from the narcissistic abusive cycle. And what are the 4 ties? They're the emotional, the financial tie, the physical tie, and the spiritual tie. And when you were in the relationship, you not only did you not know what narcissism was, but you didn't know about the ties, and you did not know that you kept on buying the excuses the narcissist was telling you. What you were doing was you were ignoring your instincts. You were ignoring red flags. You were not trusting your intuition, and you were making excuses for the abuser. You were making excuses for the toxic person that you were connected with. Now again, you didn't realize there was a thing called the trauma bond. You didn't know that narcissism existed. You didn't know there was a thing called the devaluation stage. And you certainly did not know about the narcissistic fog. You didn't know about any of those things. What you did know is that you were trying to get some time of day with the person who claimed they loved you, or claimed they care about you, or claimed they would do their part in the business if it was a business relationship. What you were trying to do is get them to become a decent human being. That day will never happen. It hasn't happened to this point. It's not going to happen today, and it certainly won't happen in the future. Now again, you may say, well, you're being a little rough, Andrew, with being a decent human being. No, I'm not. If you were in a narcissistic abusive cycle or experience or relationship, you know that these people, they're toxic. You cannot work with them. They are always working against you. And what they want you to do is they want you to be a human piñata. They want you to be a human punching bag. They want you to be a person who does everything for them and tolerates their poor behavior and ignores their own path. Well, those days are over. That ship has sailed. You are now cutting the ties from the narcissist, or you've cut them. And when there are no more excuses by the narcissist or from the narcissist, what I'm referencing here is you, by now, have heard every excuse under the sun from the same person. Remember the old days before the internet, we used to say things like in grade school or high school, when you didn't do your homework, it would be, oh, my dog ate my homework. Well, that used to be funny in first grade or second grade. Well, when you're an adult and you're in a relationship from hell, being abused day in and day out, and the person you're connected with, maybe even in a trauma bond with, knows what they're doing, and they keep on pushing or kicking the can down the road, moving the goalposts, future faking, if you will, and feeding off of you. When you realize that, and you realize that that person will never change, but all they were doing was giving you excuses, then you realize you need to get as far away from them as fast as you can. Again, maybe that day is today. Maybe that day happened a couple of years ago. Maybe today's the first video you're consuming and you're getting the wisdom right now. Any way you cut it, eventually you will realize, not the narcissist, and I'll explain that in a moment, you will realize that there's no more excuses. The narcissist can't say anything else to make you change your mind. They can't do anything because they never did anything in the first place. All of the words and the rhetoric and the false narrative of the narcissist are just that. It's cheap words. There's no substance to them, just like the narcissist. The narcissist is cheap. There's no substance to them. When I say cheap, I mean hollow, shallow. These people are cowards. They're bullies. They're walking AI, and they know it. There's nothing to them. All they do is copy and mimic what other people create. And then the narcissist acts like that was their invention or their idea, and then they reap the benefits. Wash, rinse, repeat. That's what they try to do. But having said that, when you realize that the narcissist, when you were in that cycle, they kept on giving you excuses and you kept on believing them. In the back of your mind, you knew something was amiss. You knew something was wrong and you knew something was off. And I know you know that because that's how I felt. The conundrum here, or the crux of this part of the video, is when you were trapped in the cycle and you knew something was wrong, but you kept on ignoring your instincts or intuition, the main question would be, why would you do that? I mean, I did it myself. The question is, why did you do that? Well, here is the answer. And my hope is you're sitting down, because this is going to be a powerful light bulb moment for you. The reason why you did what you did is because you were trying your best to hold on to an unsustainable relationship. You were trying to keep the peace. You were trying to not rock the boat. You knew that the narcissist was behaving irrationally, inappropriately. You probably knew they were lying to you. I don't know if you knew they were cheating on you, etc. But you knew that something was rotten in Denmark, not the country, but the old expression. And you couldn't quite put your finger on it, but you knew that it would be better for you to not say anything and to try to nurture said person, hoping tomorrow would be a better day, knowing in the back of your mind it probably wouldn't be. But that's what you were doing. And that is a brief description of what it's like to be in a trauma bond or in the narcissistic fog. It's this. You're holding on to something that is not tangible. You're holding on to a belief of days gone by, and you're holding on to something what is known as the love bomb or the euphoric stage in the beginning of the relationship. You're holding on to basically a ghost. It's what you were doing. It's what I was doing. You see, the narcissist showed you a mask. The mask they showed you was custom made for you. It wasn't custom made for me. The narcissists, plural, that I encountered, they custom made masks for me. And then when another person would, let's say I was having lunch with a raging narcissist, and yes, I had way more lunches than even I am aware of with narcissists over the years. And yes, you all know who you were. How you doing now? Wink, wink. Having said that, when you realize that the narcissist is all around you and they're consuming energy, but also they make excuses, and that the narcissist wants to tap into you, that you should not be giving them access at all. You should go no contact and block them. When you realize that, then you're getting the message, you're getting the wisdom. But going back as the example, as I started to share, when you would grab lunch with a raging narcissist, what would you be doing? You didn't know back then what you know now. So you were an open book and you were explaining things, and you were probably a people pleaser. You definitely were a yes person. You didn't have boundaries, and you were holding on to some part of a relationship. Well, again, when you realize after time, and usually you don't realize it till the relationship is finished and you've been discarded or removed from the relationship, when you realize that that person was just using you, literally using you, just like you would use a paper towel. You use it, you crumble it up, you throw it in the bin. That's what the narcissist did with you. It's what they did with me, but you didn't know this back then. So why you were making excuses for the narcissist is because you were trying, hoping, clinging by a fingernail that tomorrow would be a better day. Well, tomorrow never came, and it never will come with the narcissist, which is why they kept on giving you excuses knowing you would believe them. This is the whole crux of the video. It's the whole crux of narcissism, which is this. The narcissist is a master manipulator. Now, I've said that for years, ad nauseum. I will slowly be removing the word master because they're not a master of anything. What they are is a very good manipulator. But manipulation is a toxic word. Now, if you have to manipulate water to get chemicals going, example, you have to move water around to mix some kind of energy drink or something. Well, I get that. But the narcissist manipulates people, and that's not good. That's not good at all. And the narcissist does it for self-serving reasons. The narcissist wants to feed off of people. I've shared this for so many years. Picture, if you will, the narcissist having access to 10 different people. And they're all different types of people, different ages, all those things. Well, the narcissist gets a little something from all of those 10 different people. Some would be time, some would be intimacy, some would be money, some would be energy, some would be access, some would be empathy, some would be love, some would be an Amazon package, some would be a Netflix account. You see what I mean? This is what the narcissist does. They cherry pick. Ooh, I'll take a little here. Ooh, I'll take some there. I'll take some there. Ooh, you have a lot. Give me all that. I'll take all that. This is what they do. When you say, no more, I'm done, and you close the chapter of the book on the narcissist, then they can't attack you, approach you, or invade your space. And that's why I create videos every day. because you should be living a peaceful, abundant, fruitful life, narcissistic relationship free. And if you are doing so, then you've done a great job. If you haven't, you have work to do, like I shared earlier. Any way you cut it, eventually there will be no more excuses for the narcissist or by the narcissist. Now, the illustration I started to share with you is this. The narcissist will give you or anybody excuses for the rest of time, for the rest of eternity. If you gave the narcissist the time of day, they will explain to you any which way till Sunday why you're wrong and they're right, because they need to be right, and it's a zero-sum game to them. And if they have an audience, believe me, they're going to be performing. Just like that clown in the circus juggling the bowling pins. Whoa, dropped one. Oh, give me. That's what the narcissist does. So what they will do is they'll give you all the excuses in the world, because why? You may ask, why would they do that? Well, it's giving them supply. If they can manipulate you and maneuver you and fool you and have you believe their lame, weak excuses, well, they feel like they pulled one over on you, and that tops them up for a few minutes. The whole point that I'm sharing with you is when there are no more excuses for the narcissist or by the narcissist or from the narcissist, it's when you stop listening to them. It's when you stop giving them a free pass. It's when you stop giving them or believing their excuses. It's when you stop giving them a time of day. It doesn't matter what the narcissist says. It doesn't matter what they think. What matters is your freedom. What matters is your independence. What matters is your liberty. What matters is your abundance. See all this beautiful greenery around me? Yeah, I picked this location. The time's a little different, but the location's perfect. And my hope is you're enjoying the video as much as I am enjoying creating this. It's the middle of summer. Green and abundance is all around me. It's around you too. But it won't be around you if you're still connected with the narcissist. You need to remove those connections. And again, I shared them with you earlier. The emotional connection, the financial connection, the physical connection, the spiritual connection. And you need to stop giving excuses to the narcissist and stop believing the lame excuses that they would tell you. I'll give you an example. Let's take the cell phone real quick. When you were in the relationship with the narcissist, their cell phone, I can assure you, was super glued to one or both of their ears. And if they had 4 more appendages for arms, so now they have 6 arms, well, they would have 6 cell phones. Yeah, they would. Maybe even 8, who knows? Having said all those things, let's take a micro example, which at the time was a big thing to you, and here we go. You were having weekend plans with the narcissist. This is before you knew what narcissism was, and you were excited to go away on a weekend with them. Okay, well, you made the plans, you booked the trip, you paid for everything, you're getting out of work early, you're all excited, everything's good, and what happens? You tell the narcissist you'll pick them up at 12 on a Friday, you're gonna be gone for 72 hours, whatever it is, it's gonna be a fantastic getaway, just the 2 of you. Okay, well, what happens? Well, at 11:59, you get a text saying, can't make it, stuck in office, or can't make it, I have to go help my sister, or can't make it, I'm not feeling strong enough right now, or can't make it, I need to pay my rent and I don't have any money, and if you could just lend me a couple dollars or pay my rent this month, maybe I could go with you. Whatever it would be. Now here we go, pause. The whole trip already has been derailed, whether you know it or not. See, you didn't know this back then, did you? But it was. And what did you do? Well, because now you were being held hostage 1 minute before the moment you were supposed to pick up the raging narcissist, now you have a big decision to make. Do you cancel the trip and eat the money? Do you go by yourself? Do you pay their rent and take them along with you, and now you're going to be a hostage, and now they know that they can get you to pay the rent the next month? Or do you do nothing? Who knows what you do? But I can assure you that exact example either happened to you or something similar. This is how the narcissist paints people in corners. They make people choose between what they want to do and what they need to do or what they have to do. The narcissist will cut anyone any which way until they get what they want from that person, which is why all of these narcissistic relationships are akin to death by 1,000 paper cuts. I know people don't like me saying that expression, but it's true. And so using the example I shared with you, think about it. If the person was healthy or stable, 1, I don't give you that example, and yeah, those are real life examples. And B, you and I don't meet because you would not have been in a narcissistic relationship that you have to heal from, just like me. But that's why I create videos. In that example, you could probably name 10, 20, 30, 500, 1,000 other examples just like that. Think about your birthday, think about holidays, think about graduations, think about when you bought your house. That was blown up, I can assure you. Think about when you got the promotion, the pay raise. Think about when you got your hair cut. They didn't approve of that, did they? See, they will never approve of anything because their job in life is to consume and to destroy and to trap, manipulate, throw away, buy a discard, wash, rinse, repeat. That's all they want to do. So when you stop believing the excuses from the narcissist, that day is a good day. It's a great day, because that's when you will have leveled up and you will understand that, yeah, they gave you thousands of excuses and you believed almost every one of them. Until when? That's right, until you didn't. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you all, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. A few quick things. One, stop giving or stop making excuses for the narcissist. They don't need anyone to make excuses for them. They can lie better than you can create any illusion or make any excuse for them. The narcissist talks out of both sides of their mouth, and they lie the way you breathe air. So stop making excuses for them. Number two is stop believing what they're telling you. This is a big one. Most people think that what the narcissist told them from their childhood, their former romantic relationships, or their work experience, or whatever it was, their upbringing, is accurate and it's the truth. It's not. The narcissist knows that you weren't with them when they were a kid, or weren't with them when they were in their 20s or 30s or whatever age, so they can paint the narrative however they want to, and your job was to believe it. Now you don't believe it. You see, this is why everything again goes full circle. With all my videos, there's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. This is the end of the video, letting you know something. When you stop believing in toxicity, stop believing in the mask, and stop making excuses for the narcissist, then you start believing in reality. You start believing in yourself, and you start believing that you are the priority and you come first, second, and third. And your life deserves nothing but the best without any toxicity in it. Today, tonight, tomorrow, or ever. I love you all, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye.